Choosing a luxury SUV in India is hard. You can choose an entry-level model, but it doesn't get the brand value and it doesn't get the space. Then you have full-size SUVs, but those are just exorbitantly priced. This, the mid-size luxury SUV, hold the perfect middle ground. And this, the 4th generation BMW X3, I think is the perfect all-rounder.
I agree with everything that Karan has just said, except for the last part, because if you're out shopping in this segment, I think you should go for the best, because this is the Mercedes-Benz GLC, and as good as the 4th generation X3 is, I don't think it has the measure of the current segment benchmark.
Well, these two are generic German options. If you're spending close to a crore, you would want something that is different, something that is unique, something exquisitely crafted, and an option that is one that is off the beaten path. For that, I present to you the Lexus NX 350h, and coincidentally, it's in the Overtrail guys over here.
So guys, you've crashed my review and you've teased an audience with the comparison. How do we settle this?
There's only one thing to do.
A road trip.
So ladies and gentlemen, why the BMW X3? Well, it's pretty simple. This is the quintessential one amongst the lot. It's not only the newest one, but it also is the one with the best legacy. The question really arises, what do you want from a car of this size and stature? Well, you want brand value, you want performance, you want comfort, and you want space. And let me tell you, the BMW X3 is definitely the one that gives you all of it.
Picking the GLC in this comparison was a no-brainer, because in this segment, the GLC is the segment benchmark. It's also the best-selling SUV out there, and that is for a very good reason. It's because it's the most complete SUV, mid-size luxury SUV that you can buy in the country today. It is feature-loaded, it drives really well, it comes with 2 engine options, a diesel and a petrol, and unlike the BMW, these engines are really mighty powerful. So even if you love driving, I think the GLC makes complete sense.
Choosing the NX 350h was quite easy for me because, like I already mentioned, it's quite unique, and also it looks absolutely amazing. If you just look at all the lines, the proportions, it looks like a proper SUV with like a very tall stance. Other than that, under the hood is a 2.5-litre petrol engine, which makes it the highest displacement present amongst the company here, and it is also a hybrid vehicle, a proper hybrid vehicle. That means you have electric motors assisting this car, so you can also drive in completely EV mode, and even if you're not using the complete EV mode, you're getting a good chunk of power while also getting great efficiency figures. So there is literally nothing to complain about.
Okay guys, so all 3 cars are parked here, and I think they are parked in the right order. If you talk about the design, first, second, and BMW is dead last. This is the classiest looking SUV of the bunch, for sure.
Nope.
Are you serious?
This is old, man.
This looks like something which came out 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
This looks like a glorified Toyota Taser.
There is exaggeration and there's that.
This is what you want.
No,
This
absolutely.
is the, in the kindest possible words, ugliest looking car. Yeah.
My
I agree.
God. Listen,
And it's so disproportionate. I mean, the front end looks like an sedan.
Yeah.
In the middle, it becomes an SUV of sorts.
Maybe.
At the back, it's like an estate. So there are 3 different design languages.
Yeah.
I really don't like the look.
It's got identity crisis basically.
Okay,
Yes.
two things. First, in dimensions, this is the longest, this is the widest, giving you the best road presence, and this has a legacy.
The GLC has the longest wheelbase.
This one looks the most like an SUV. It's got that tall proportion. It looks like, you know, it's got decent ground clearance.
It looks
and
the smallest.
Yeah.
It looks like a X1 competitor. It's in between the X. In terms of dimensions, also, I think it sits in between
And
both the cars.
it's compact but not
and
cramped.
they call it the overtrail, which means it's an SUV of sorts, but it's so narrow, and it's just got those 18-inch wheels.
And
We have got 19-inch
Also,
wheels.
it's,
Bro. Like,
but we
also
have
in the
the-
shade,
Nope.
which practically every enthusiast dislikes, brown.
yes.
Oh, but if you take it
And
off-road,
Lex-
it'll fit in well.
And Lexus, if you think about it, Lexus it's not brown, it's a dark shade of beige.
Yeah.
That's what this car represents, right? The BMW is over the top. This is trying to be an SUV, which it's not.
Do you remember the
It is.
E-Class
GLC,
station wagon?
why
This
fix-
looks like an E-Class station wagon
This
on
is the
stilts.
most bland choice you could make if you want to pick amongst these three. This is the most unique, looks the best, and looks exquisite.
They're talking like kids. So this guy is a teenager. This guy is too old. This sits right in the middle, and I think this is the best.
I'd also like to tell you that the NX has connected tail lamps at the back, which are not really connected, which look very similar to what I'd say his mustache does. Does not go at all.
And he
Personal attacks, keep
Personal
them out of it.
and you're saying that it's the tallest car of the bunch, just
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah.
But again, it's of no use
No
to
substance.
us, right? Yes.
Wow.
That's the
All
case
these personal
with the Le-
attacks.
That's the case with the Lexus, even though it's the tallest.
No.
It's of no use because it can't do anything.
Yeah, but what it can do is easily fit in your parking spots because it's more compact without sacrificing on interior space too much as compared to the
You
other
know what?
two.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
let's check the interior of the Lexus first,
All right,
because
sure,
this
let's
is
go.
going to lose fast and
Please.
foremost.
Now, before we get inside, guys, I want to show you something very neat, very much like Lexus, which is again premium and nice as you would want. The doors here have an e-latch, which means there's a button here. So just press the button, the door unlocks,
And
and
nobody
you can.
cares. We just want
Sounds
to
like a desperate attempt to
No,
like.
bro, it's just that effortless,
cares.
even on the
Okay, cool.
inside.
Yeah,
it's got
yeah,
an
yeah,
e-latch.
yeah.
So
All right, now,
Welcome to 2010.
yeah, man.
So many buttons.
which
Looks
is good.
like an old Toyota UI.
Like,
And look how much time it's taking to load up.
it's one of the old LCD screens which came out in 2010s.
Yes.
Okay, first of all,
Doesn't get wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay.
yes. Okay.
And the amount of wood used is basically them being cheap.
And another thing is, it's so dark in here.
Yeah.
Like on the outside, it's so beige.
Yeah.
It should have been beige inside, but on the inside, it's
Yeah.
dark. It looks like you're back in a cave or something like that.
Okay, one by one.
Yeah.
First, about the buttons.
Okay.
It's good that there are buttons because that means less distraction, less fiddling in the menus, just like you have to do in the X3, even to change the basic things. And as for the interior, well, if it was beige, it would have been very hard to keep clean. With a black one, you have a sporty interior and one that's very easy to keep clean also. So I don't see a problem there.
These buttons, they look nice for the aircon controls, but the AC, all the settings for your aircon, they are on the touchscreen itself.
Yeah.
It gets seat ventilation, right?
Yes.
But it has got heated steering wheel.
Wow.
What's the temperature right now? We are in Delhi, right? It's like above 40.
But if you were in
Definitely above.
Ladakh, you would have been thanking Lexus for this heated steering.
Which Lexus owner is taking this car to
They're
Ladakh?
too boring to
Yeah.
I
drive
would.
up.
I mean, come on.
And it's quite narrow as well. It shows that it is the smallest car of the bunch, and I don't feel as rich as I feel
Yeah.
in a GLC.
Yeah, yeah. I just feel like
you get your money's worth in that.
I have a Toyota and I got a bonus.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
True. That's what it is. Yeah.
This is what happens when people who don't have a taste for the finer things sit inside a Lexus.
So Karan, how are you feeling? How claustrophobic are you?
Quite. And I'm not tall.
Hey, it's
Yes.
not that bad, eh? Don't exaggerate.
Quite
No, you
tall.
can definitely feel it is the.
If I was
most
exaggerating, I'd do
compact-
this.
yeah. It is the most compact SUV of the lot.
Yeah.
And you know what's the most annoying bit? Okay, the seats are comfortable.
Yeah.
It is reclined at right angle.
Yeah.
And okay, the knee room is also fine. Under thigh support is okay.
Yeah.
But look at the quality of these AC vents.
With this
Look-
condensation on the plastics.
yeah, this is like again back in a Toyota.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
you
it does the
also
job.
get a 12-volt
Wow.
socket here. Like, what are you going to plug in
Legacy
here?
support people
look at
of
these,
an
look at
older
these,
generation
look
would
at these.
appreciate.
Damn, dude, this is like so cheap.
How old? 57?
And yeah, and so two people can sit in comfort, no doubt.
Yeah.
Two people of
Are
our height, right?
yeah.
So I'm 5'8", 5'9". You are.
5, 6 and a half.
So yeah, so there is basically 1.5 adults can sit here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a huge transmission tunnel in between. So third passenger technically can't sit even if he sits. So the shoulder room is not going to be enough because, like we said, it is the most cramped car out here. Headroom is okay. Sunroof looks okay. Moonroof, whatever you call it. But overall, this is a car you don't want to be sitting in the back because it feels quite cramped.
To be honest, I don't feel like I'm sitting in a luxury SUV.
Exactly, true.
I feel like I'm sitting in like a more premium Toyota again.
Okay,
And
but
it doesn't have blinds as well. Wow.
it has a pretty big center armrest. You have to appreciate that it's quite wide, and again has got cup holders as well.
Doesn't
So
matter if
because
it's third
the
person
middle
inside.
thing is only for the armrest because
Yes.
a normal person can't sit here.
act like a rich person. No, if you have a fifth person, send them in a different car. Send them in a different
No,
Lexus.
if you have a GLC, you can definitely take your family all along.
Then you're just ferrying people like a public transport guy.
So let's now go in the X3,
Yeah.
your car next, and
Yeah.
see
The
if
other
it's
inferior
any
car.
better.
The one which will redeem this whole story.
Of course not.
Move peasant. Boys, welcome to proper German motoring.
First things first,
Yes.
why have they put the carpet on the dashboard?
Man,
Yeah.
What is this?
this is new age interior aesthetics.
No, this is my carpet, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
You like carpets. Carpets are meant to be.
Okay, and it's so plasticky in here. Look at this. Hard plastics. Down there, hard plastics. Hard plastics. What is
How
this?
many times have you driven a car doing this?
I'm
to
sorry,
your
this is
dashboard?
worse than that Toyota. I mean that Lexus.
How dare you?
Yes.
Take that back.
And yeah, so tell us what's good in here.
All right. First and foremost, I have the biggest screen, 14.9 inches, 12.3 inches of BMW crisp graphics display, everything you need at the touch of your fingerprints. You don't need useless buttons here and there.
Sorry, correction. Not everything you need, but everything is in here,
Yeah.
and it's so complicated. Look at it. Like so many features.
I mean, I got lost in the menu so many times trying to figure out basic things. Also, what are these very weird AC vents? I cannot seem to figure them out. Like, you know, was this made for aliens? Just to question, like
It's
the way.
concealed apparently. So
Everything has to be like a spaceship if you want to make it look like a spaceship.
Also, these USB Type-C ports, I'm pretty sure I'm going to bend and break a few cables. They're at such a weird angle
and it's
over here.
apparently a wireless pad, right? So it's
Yes,
quite
this
weird.
side is.
Yeah, it's quite weird. A lot of space, but I don't know. Like it's basically.
Ambient lighting, some really cool
Okay, yes,
ambient lighting
I
all
will
over.
agree that the ambient lighting definitely
Go on, touch
looks
the
nice.
hazard lights. Oh.
One second,
Okay,
I've had a problem with this. If you press it gently like that, like you would expect in a luxury
Be
car.
a man.
No,
Yeah.
so the other thing about this looks quite cool if you are an 8-year-old, right? This is quite cool, different lights. But this is a bit Karol Bagh to me, including the front grille also, right? It's illuminated, it's all that. But I don't know, if you're buying a 1 crore rupee SUV, it's supposed to be classy, right? So this is a little too in your
talking
face.
about?
This
This
is
is
quite
classy.
loud in a lot of ways, and you know, Shivank, I think you will take personal offense with this. Since you mentioned the grille, if you look at the alloy design, the X3's alloy design is basically the same as the one on the GLC, just with a slightly
But better
different
looking.
shade.
No, not better looking, but they're better than the Lexus. I'll give it to you.
No, the Lexus is at least
That
unique.
is just
Okay.
the
It is
basic
at least unique.
variant.
The seats are quite nice, no doubt. Seats are quite nice.
Adjustable side bolsters.
Okay, that's
Which is very nice.
Does it get ventilation?
Yes.
Yes, it does. But does it have seat massager?
Okay. It doesn't.
Yes. You know what?
Because,
No.
because it's made for like young people.
No.
Young people don't
I'll
really
tell you
need-
what. Forget about the GLC or the Lexus.
Yeah.
Seat massager for the front passengers is standard on the X1.
Which is quite odd that the more expensive one, does not get
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't get it.
This is supposed to be the more modern equivalent of
And
for
look,
young people.
And this is for side vents apparently. You can adjust
Yeah.
it. It's so fidgety to use. I mean, the unlock lock button is there. The plastic is so bad quality.
It's called contemporary.
I'm sorry,
it's
but
not. It's-
I mean, you can clearly see BMW has cut cost, including this carpet. At the front, it is quite wide, no doubt. The good bit is the steering. I really like the steering. This is typical M steering.
Feels good
Flat
to hold
bottom,
also.
yeah. The
best-
screen is a little, like we said, complicated, but once
But
you're
best
in,
operating system out there.
yeah, probably it is the BMW iDrive. Oh, one more thing, the sunroof, it's not a sunroof, it's a moonroof. So you can't open that, right?
Yeah. I like doing moony things.
But why can't you open it?
Yeah, it's like
Again, you're shortchanging
teasing
your
the feature.
Yeah, it's just cutting cost, and I think BMW says that the customers, their clients, they don't like to open it, but that's a really sad excuse. I think if the Lexus can give it, if the Merc can give it, so can BMW.
I mean, but they can, but they chose for an ambience.
Okay, let's go at the back and
see
see
how the ambiance
ambiance is like. Yes.
Okay, so we are in the second row and the carpet makes a comeback.
Come back, so do the hard plastics.
It's supposed to be all over your house.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, not on your face though.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes,
that's
it
when-
depends
Also, the seat back is
how drunk you are.
plastic.
But in his defense, it is quite spacious compared to the Lexus. It's also quite airy because of this moonroof and beige interiors, but these are too light. I think they'll be very hard to maintain. Aakash, can you notice one more thing? The seat back,
Yeah,
it's quite upright, no?
it feels like punishment. Like
It feels like you're back in school and
Yeah.
you're sitting on the desk and always in that
Attentive.
attentive
That's
position.
what's
But no,
supposed to
I'm
be.
here to relax.
Yeah, relax.
I'm
This
here
is
to
not a
lounge in.
relaxed
This is
experience.
a luxurious SUV.
I mean, you have other things to keep you.
You can
Oh,
keep
hello?
the peasants away, but this is also very flimsy.
yeah. Also, if you notice, the windows don't roll all the way down.
safety
They
feature.
Poke out a little bit. Oh,
Child safety feature.
Of course it is. And you mentioned that the Lexus has a tall transmission tunnel. What do you have to say about the BMW? Because this is,
It is
I
as
think,
tall as Aakash.
yeah,
Again, a useless feature.
yeah. And also the useless vents, finicky vents, also make a comeback here.
Yeah, very plastic.
These
Yeah,
are-
but better looking than the Lexus.
But
for
you
sure.
have touch sensitive AC controls.
So what?
And 2
You
years
can
ago.
touch stuff.
Looks more modern than the Lexus,
Yeah,
no
exactly,
doubt.
bro.
But yeah, it's
And you have
Also, you
entertainment.
have to stoop down to like underground level to
Look
access
at this
these.
Yeah.
plasticky bit. Now the other thing about the X3, you say it's the largest, but the problem is, what? First, the seats, they do not recline. That's one negative. The other thing is, in both the Lexus and the GLC, you can electrically fold this row, second row.
Yeah.
But in this, it's all manual. Like, come on, it's again a
I mean,
1 crore
Once
rupee.
again, BMW is like
BMW
cutting
didn't want to
costs.
spoil you all the way, you know.
And another thing, sorry, coming back to the
I'm
com-
sorry, I'm spending a crore. I want to be spoiled.
Yeah, and the seat
Spoiled brat.
and the seat actually, it is quite low. The cushioning is quite thin. The under thigh support is not as great, even though it is more spacious than the Lexus. The headroom is fine, all right, but I don't think it's the most comfortable
Definitely not.
rear bench. Anyway, we now go to the best SUV.
From the best ambience to the oldest.
So
Yeah,
the best of
10-year-old
all worlds.
Merc.
It's the Mercedes GLC. Let's go in there. So guys, welcome to my luxury abode. I'm sure it feels like an upgrade in life for you too.
It would feel like an upgrade if I was a child labor working in the early 1940s in London during the Industrial Revolution,
Seriously.
because that is what the cabin feels like. Yes, the material quality is quite nice. You have a lot of soft touch materials everywhere. But the color choice, and it's so imposing, especially this big center console. It's just so imposing, so industrial that
What?
it doesn't do it for me.
You know how he said that the X3 looks like something out of Khan Market or Karol Bagh?
Yeah.
This looks straight out of Banjara Market.
I
You
think
know,
I
fancy on the outside.
I
but
definitely owe Karan an apology. I think the
Yeah.
X3 has the best interior of the three. This one definitely
why
does
do
not
I feel
go.
like I'm in
What?
the middle of...
Like, look at the quality. Look,
Yes,
these
you've
AC
been
vents.
touching that for about half an hour now. Look at
Look
the
at
quality.
this. Look at this carbon fiber. It's like so
Okay, quality.
exquisite.
Let
everything.
me charge my phone. Wait, hold on. Let me charge my phone and then lose it forever.
And that's a one-off thing.
And also this. It's yeah. So quality, you were saying
Base.
something
You're
about.
just nitpicking. It's not a problem. It's in all
Also,
the cars. Yeah.
what is this odd-looking screen over here, which just
In the SL and all, at least I know it comes up. This
Yeah.
doesn't even have that novelty factor.
it's just quite bad in that regard. Yeah.
But look at the quality of materials. Look at the screen. Look at the display. It's so crisp. I think it is the best interior. And those pinstripes, they look so amazing. Plus this Burmester system, definitely
Okay,
the best. Yeah.
Sound
Okay,
system
sound
is good.
system, you definitely win the
Yeah,
game over
yeah,
there.
yeah,
But these stripes, nope.
Like
definitely not.
you seen toothbrushes with charcoal bristles?
Yes.
I feel like I'm in middle of
Oh,
that.
that's where I was thinking. That's what I was thinking of. Oh, I get it.
The quality is simply the best. The stitching, the soft touch leather.
There's no
finish.
question
Even
about
quality is look at
Yeah.
this. It's going
I
up and
could
down.
give you the worst design with the best quality. Would you take it?
Yes.
Then you are a man of no taste, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
And also, I hate these capacitive buttons on the steering wheel. They are just a nuisance in all Merc cars, and you see them here as well.
Yeah.
And
Nobody's forcing you to use those.
they are, because when you're driving, you will
Probably doesn't know how to
accidentally touch
use them. There are 50 different controls
Yeah.
here.
There are so many buttons, useless. And again, when you're driving it properly, you will accidentally touch them. Some warning will come on the screen. You'll see that, you'll get distracted and end up on
A ditch.
Yeah.
It has got level 2 ADAS, so
But it still doesn't come with active cruise control, which my car does. Yours
Mine,
comes
it does.
as well.
Merc drivers are always active, always attentive.
Without cruise control.
Yeah, that's not a good excuse. And
Yeah.
overall, I just think, even though the quality is good, the seat is also pretty nice, good amount of adjustment.
It gets seat ventilation. It also gets seat massager for front passengers,
which is good.
which is good. Of course, it's the best. And I think overall it is the most spacious. Also, the BMW is spacious, but it's so empty.
No,
This
I
is
don't think
all.
my knee is definitely disagreeing with your statement, because it's brushing up against this side, and I think it definitely has more space in terms of the overall space, but I think this big center console just does it a big disservice.
Very nicely integrated.
No, it's definitely not. Okay, Shivank, at the start, when we were in the Lexus, the second row of the Lexus, you mentioned that it had a very tall transmission tunnel, but then we got in the X3 and it had a taller tunnel. And even the GLC has a very tall transmission tunnel. So, in fact, it's the Lexus with the shortest transmission tunnel. So,
It's like anyone above 5'6". It's useless.
kind of.
You know?
And even this experience...
Longest wheelbase here. So
Yeah.
that means you get a lot more leg room.
Feet, like
Nope. The knee room, I will give you, is a lot in this, and the leg room is also there, but it is underutilized because the rails for the front seats, well, the channels, they are on a protruded area, which means you have to put your legs together and then squeeze them.
Again, you're uselessly tall. It doesn't matter.
Karan, do you feel the same?
oh guys, wait. Let me set my AC. Oh, wait. There is no AC controls here. And look at this storage space. It's you know, Tic Tacs. If I have to take out a Tic Tac,
I think even they would fall
store
off.
it. Yeah, probably.
Also, do you know there are two USB charging ports over there, but you can't see them because they're so down and inside.
Oh, and the Carol Bag lights.
yeah,
Which-
they make a comeback.
But look at the quality of materials. It feels so luxurious.
Everyone quiet. Quality, viewers, quality.
Hollow.
Just
Like his love for Mercedes.
Yeah. So that is plastic. This is a slightly nicer plastic. Yeah. Hide all,
Best quality.
hide all you want, but
Yeah.
this. And let's talk about the seats once
Okay,
again.
yeah, seats.
So the under thigh support is decent compared to the others, but the backrest angle is
And the
not
seat
as
cushion
good.
size and the
Yeah.
seat cushion.
Seat cushion is also not great, and I especially do not like how it's very hard in the lower back area. So it's just not comfortable, it's not luxurious, and this is also all black. So again,
Say someone who's coming from a Toyota, but it's okay.
a Toyota which was much more comfortable than
It's
this.
not.
Do you have a fizzy drink on you? Let me keep it somewhere.
Yeah, please do.
Okay. What? Oh wait. Oh wait. Ah, finally.
So nice. It's
I
nicely
mean,
concealed in
Quality,
there.
huh?
Like,
Quality.
I
Yes.
feel I need an engineering degree just to like get to this.
Yeah, just to understand how the mechanism works. So all this thing
It's
about
clever
quality,
engineering.
No, it's not clever engineering. It's the car falling apart after just
Yeah, it's sticking.
few thousand kilometers. So that you won't have, like a problem like that won't come up in my Lexus, and to a great extent even in his BMW.
I think the biggest problem you'll have with the X3 is the dirty seats, but that's probably it. This is too upright.
Yeah, this is also very upright, and the seat back cushion
The
is too hard.
seats are
black.
Oh,
That's it.
reclining.
Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that?
Look at the front. The front seats.
Okay, you're just having
Wow,
fun with me now.
look at that.
You're just having fun with me.
Goes in
Yeah.
front automatically. That's so clever.
I mean,
It's
it is clever,
clever.
but like not for people.
Let's be serious in terms of outright space.
Okay.
I think the GLC.
Volume of space.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
In terms of comfort, I think the Lexus is the most comfortable in terms of the
Yep.
seating, let's say the cushioning and
aesthetics, the X3 is the best.
Yeah, aesthetics and
exactly.
features, because at least you can control the AC. It has a nice
Digital.
display. So that is nice. And yeah, this does not cut it for me.
Man, why do I have a feeling that some things are better in one thing and the other is just better in the other?
I think they're
Yeah.
quite evenly matched, but
Yeah.
again, it all comes down to how they drive and what's
Personal
the overall
preference.
performance like. Okay, so all of that done. We have driven our cars, right? Each one of us. Let's swap cars.
Yeah.
Let's try the others. Let's see if they stand a chance. Okay, so now I'm driving the X3. This is the diesel version, and okay, it's not very exciting to drive, but I have to give it to this BMW. It is super refined and it doesn't feel like a diesel, to be very frank. It gets a 48-volt mild hybrid system and it is quite sprightly for sure. But overall, I have to say, look at that GLC go. But overall, I have to say that this is quite relaxed. It is quite good to drive, to be very honest. It feels very effortless. But again, this is the diesel. It produces around 195 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. It's paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. I really like how it drives. But if you compare it with my GLC, which is the 300, it produces a lot more power even compared to the petrol version of the X3. So the petrol version of the X3, it gets a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It is really underwhelming on paper. It produces just 190 horsepower, whereas the GLC produces over 250 horsepower. So that's another reason why BMW has probably not sent the petrol version of the X3. And I think until they equip it with the 40i engine, which is a 3-liter 6-cylinder engine, we absolutely love that V58 engine. Unless they equip it with that engine, I don't think it can match the GLC in terms of driving pleasure.
Now that I have the GLC in my hand, I have to say that it definitely is the most powerful of the lot, and you do feel it once you switch it to sport mode and then you mash on the accelerator pedal. Drops down a couple of gears and then just goes. And in terms of engagement also, I think this is the most engaging of the lot, because the steering wheel has a nice heft, the engine has a nice grunt. The Lexus also accelerates well, but the CVT noise kind of dampens the experience. In this, you do hear the engine noise, but it's a nicer, more pleasing sound, I would say.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I am now in the Lexus NX and it is definitely a mixed bag. I think I'll start with things which I don't really like. First and foremost, it's that eCVT. It has that rubber band effect still, even though it's electronically actuated, then it's a bit noisy. And to be honest, it is quick, but it's not as quick as probably say the GLC. The BMW, well, even in terms of numbers, 0 to 100, this and the X3 do it in 7.7 seconds. And the astonishing part is that this is a petrol, that is a diesel, and this, because it is a CVT gearbox, again it has that rubber band effect, it's noisy, and that can get a bit intrusive. This does have variable damping, just like the X3, and that does play a role when you're at slow speeds. The car does become soft, but as you pick up speed, I feel this doesn't get as stiff or taut as I would have liked. It still gets a bit wallowy, and I feel that does rob your confidence in how you approach this vehicle. And to be honest, the steering does feel quite weighted compared to, say, the X3 or even the GLC, which feels a bit heavier than I would have liked, especially in city usage.
Karan, what's the 0 to 100 on this thing, the X3? 3.5 days.
Brother, it's 7.7 seconds, and I know.
Yeah, about the same time.
I know you're used to 1 second more in the GLC, but it's not slow.
It is quite slow. I might fall asleep behind the wheel. This doesn't feel like a BMW at all.
Technically, you can fall asleep. It has ADAS. You know what? It's still better than the petrol version.
Because that thing that is a proper slouch. It's 2-liter 4-cylinder, 190 bhp as compared to my GLC, which is 255 bhp. So it's better that you got the diesel here. Otherwise, you would have been killed, bro. Aakash, it seems you are the most fortunate guy here because you're driving the best
SUV, the quickest of the lot, and I'm sure you're
enjoying it the most.
Yes, on paper it has the best numbers, and yes, it's quite fast, but I'm not sure if it's the best still.
Yeah, of course. You can hide it as much as you want, but there's no changing the facts.
I mean, you can change the facts. Of course, first of all, I would say that my Lexus, in terms of suspension damping, feels a little bit better than this.
But you know what? I haven't driven the Lexus till now.
but I'm 100% sure that the GLC
It feels like a supercar in comparison because it's much quicker. It does 0 to 100 in 6.2 seconds, which is quite fast.
Again, you've got the figures correct, but it's also about the delivery because this I still think has a bit of a lag, and then you get this jolt of speed and power, but then the Lexus has linear acceleration throughout, which I prefer over this.
Yeah, you love beige color as well, so that's understood.
I mean, I like my neck without a whiplash, so yeah, I would take the smooth acceleration of the NX.
Yep, perfect for 50-year-olds. Also, one more thing.
The AC in this is absolutely terrible because I've kept it at 17, but still the cabin feels quite hot, and that's not the case in my Lexus.
Yeah, because you're doing hot pace. It's the hottest car here, so of course, you're running hot.
If I wanted that, I would be inside a microwave. I like to be comfortable too.
The Lexus is essentially a microwave. It looks like one for sure.
That's just your jealousy speaking because your car looks so bland.
Best looking, most luxurious, fastest, and it's a Mercedes after all. So
It's a win-win-win-win.
Okay, Karan, let's leave Shivank out of this. You've been driving the Lexus NX. You tell me, isn't it
Quite silent inside the cabin, luxurious.
and a pretty nice place to be in?
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'll give you that this does have a certain amount of just things which don't feel like they'll fall apart. Like it's well put together, and I'll give you the fact that you have linear acceleration, and I'll give you the fact that you also get efficiency. But that's it, dude. This suspension just feels like I am rolling around from place to place.
The brakes are pretty spongy. The acceleration, even though it's linear, it feels straight.
That eCVT, you feel like you're choking it to death.
But I think it's still the best CVT in the business. I mean, it's not as rubber bandy as CVTs are known to be.
Excuse me, what other luxury car or sports car would you say has a CVT?
I'll get back to you on that.
Exactly. So you either have an automatic like one of the Germans do, or you have dual clutch transmission, which none of these do. So I think Lexus being the odd one out in not the best way.
okay, so right now I am in the Lexus NX 350h, and first things first, I have to say that it is quite refined. That's the drivetrain, that's what I'm talking about, because it starts in EV mode, so the throttle response is also quite sprightly and it picks up briskly in that sense. So right now the petrol engine is not on and it feels like an EV. But having said that, I have to say the suspension, especially on these bad roads, it rained heavily in the morning, it is quite noisy. I mean, it's quite pliant, it is quite supple, but I can hear everything on the inside, and it feels a little firm as well, especially at low speeds. And the other thing is that I'm noticing is the head-up display. It is quite busy. There is a lot of animation, all of that stuff going on. So it is quite distracting. Now the Lexus is supposed to be the most off-roadish here because this is the overtrail version apparently. So yes, it has got quite thick sidewalls. So in terms of bump absorption, in the sense if you could drive it over bad roads, yes, you could do that without fearing about the alloy wheels. So in that sense, yes, it feels a little more abuse friendly, but still it is quite bouncy. And in terms of their all-wheel drive systems, I think all of the systems are quite evenly matched, in the sense they're not meant for proper off-roading, but they are quite good. And another good thing about the Lexus is that I've got a display here that shows me exactly how much power is going to all four wheels. So that is a cool gimmick, but apart from that, I think, yeah, it's not like an SUV. It is ultimately a soft roader.
Alright then, so it's time to finally experience the Mercedes GLC, and in a slightly more rough set environment. Now I do have to tell you that this is the car that I received, and this is the car which I took to our meetup spot. So I did get to try it out on open highways and open roads generally, and it really impressed there. It has the most amount of grunt. The suspension is taut, it's firm, it's communicative, especially the steering wheel. It communicates so well. You can feel every bump, every nook, every inch of the road that you're traveling in. Now, where that is a bit of a problem is the slow speed stuff, where the suspension does feel firm. I mean, this is a medium-sized SUV after all, and we are going to take it in environments such as the ones we're in right now. Big potholes, broken roads absolutely everywhere, and really you can't go above a certain speed limit, and the Mercedes does feel a bit too firm for the comfort of your family. You can probably take it as a driver, but when I had passengers in the car yesterday with the Mercedes GLC, they were getting tossed around quite a bit, and that's a bit of a hindrance. And you know what the funny thing is? That Mercedes has been known as the one with the best balance, the most comfort, even more than BMW. BMW was known for their driving pleasure. Of course, this now gets the driving pleasure, but where I feel that the BMW X3 has an edge over the Mercedes is in comfort, especially slow speed comfort. The roles have reversed. The X3 is now what I feel has the best overall balanced suspension. It can do the comfort. It can also feel really good to drive in the twisty stuff.
So the 360-degree camera is doing a good job, but I've noticed it does not have a invisible view, which is quite helpful sometimes when you're going over, some ditches or something. Okay, so it has just rained over here and the roads are in a pretty bad condition. So you have a lot of stagnant water, a lot of puddles, broken roads, and this is probably the kind of off-roading that customers of these cars would be doing, and it has been an excellent testing area for all three cars. And in the X3 specifically, I'm noticing that it is fairly comfortable. I have got it in the comfort mode right now, so the suspension is in the most comfortable setting and it is quite nice. It is slightly crashy but not uncomfortable, I would say. I think the Lexus still does a little bit of a better job, and I think the GLC is definitely the most stiff of the lot. I am actually liking the vibe of this cabin, oddly.
Alright boys, so We finally exchanged cars, and I think we've gotten out on a perfect road to display the X3's dominance in being the perfect family SUV. Aakash, are you impressed or are you impressed?
I'm impressed by how things don't work in your X3 because the moment I sat in the car and tried to connect my phone, first of all, the touchscreen did not work, and second, the phone wouldn't connect.
Why are you doing this to my car? Every time you get into the BMW, something goes wrong. What are you doing? Are you sabotaging my chances of winning this comparison?
I think the X3 itself is sabotaging its chance.
So Shivank, since the GLC is yours, I'd like to come to you. What is this suspension? I'm getting tossed around. The breakfast which I just had, I'm about to either throw up or it's about to get digested. Something's about to happen, but it doesn't feel right.
That's called the matured ride. You're not used to it because you're just used to the extra soft ride of the X3. But this is how a German car should, take up all the road undulations.
It's taking it up and sending it up my backside. And if you have to talk about something being soft, the Lexus is what tosses you around. I feel like I'm about to go out the window every time I hit a bump in the Lexus.
The Lexus is actually it's not firm, but it's quite noisy. And at low speeds, like what we are doing right now, I can hear everything. I can hear what's in the water, it's so gravelly in here, so I can definitely feel it. So it definitely feels like the overtail version because everything on the trail, I can feel it.
The Lexus was never supposed to be in this comparison anyway. It is just not at the level of the other two cars.
And it's supposed to be the most off-roady SUV in here, but it doesn't have an off-road mode. Both the GLC and the BMW, they get it, but this one, it has Sport and Sport Plus mode, and it's far from those things. It's the last thing that comes to my mind. It's associate sport term with the Lexus.
There is a sport mode, variation there's a button in the middle, which doesn't work, so it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, to give the car the benefit of the doubt, it's trying its level best. Or
Yes. There is a button which is different modes, but it's doing nothing. It just shows a tree and it shows a grab. I don't know what it shows.
It just shows that you need time off from this car.
So what I figured out is Lexus has a lot of buttons. They do nothing because ultimately it drives like a Toyota. It does nothing, but these buttons are there. They light up at different point in time. But the driving behavior, it changes absolutely nothing. So I just press that button, which says some off-road mode or whatever it is. Nothing changed. Absolutely nothing.
Okay, you guys have been putting down the NX because it's a Toyota, but let's not forget, Toyota cars are known for their reliability.
Bounce around, I'd probably buy the Fortuner, and it's the real Toyota. And I save some money in the process also.
But a Fortuner is not as elegant as the NX.
But it's a proper Toyota. So guys, we are done with the test. We are done driving all of these cars. I think we drove all the cars to our heart's content.
We did.
And of course, we have driven each other's cars as well.
We
but
did.
I still think we have our own personal biases, right? So, to find the winner, I have devised a very objective plan.
What's that?
Behold,
Ah,
a simple scoreboard. You've got the X3, you've got the GLC, and the NX 350h. There are 5 parameters in total: brand power, comfort, features, driving pleasure, and X factor, and then you have the total. Now, of course, the scoring is going to be a little complicated.
Yeah.
So we have to rank each of the cars from first, second, third. So if the BMW is first, in terms of comfort, you think BMW is first, so it gets 3 points, and if the Lexus is last, it gets just 1 point.
Yeah.
So the highest ranked car gets highest points, which is 3 points, right? So that's how we go about it. I'll ask you guys about what you think is first, second, third, and we'll go one by one. Now, before we get going, I have to give you a small brief about these parameters. Now, of course, there are a lot of parameters. We thought about it, but these 5 are the main ones which potential customers would be looking at. So first one is brand power. This is all about how strong the brand is, how aspirational the brand is, because in this segment, people don't much care about the design of these cars as much as they care about that badge. So that's first. Second is comfort. In this, we talk about the ride quality and the space and practicality on offer with all of these cars. Third is, of course, features. It is quite self-explanatory. Fourth is driving pleasure. This is all about the ride and handling and performance as well. And last is the X factor. Which one of these stands out the most? As simple as that. And in the end, we'll have the total. So,
Yeah.
gentlemen,
Yep.
let's get going.
Yep.
Brand power for the X3. Rank it.
All right. So I will say for me, this comes into the second place.
Okay. So for Karan, it's 2 points for the X3. Aakash.
I would also give it 2 because it's in the middle.
Okay. I'll also give it 2. So
It's even scoring. 5,
that's a total of
6.
6 for the X3. GLC.
Well, naturally, I think it
The
comes first. Everybody wants the 3-pointed star.
3 plus 3 plus 3. I'm also speaking for myself. Maximum points, 9. Lexus is dead last, so 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3 points.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, comfort.
All right, perfect. Now this is where the BMW really shines for me. I think it really hits a good balance of ride quality and everything, plus the space and everything. So comes in first at 3.
Okay. Aakash, for you?
I think it's in the middle, so 2.
I also think it's in the middle. So for me, it's also a 2.
Finally, we have
means
some variation.
Yeah,
7.
7. All right.
Okay, for the GLC?
GLC, I'd rate
Comfort.
it-
All right.
Yeah.
Should I go first?
Yeah.
Comfort, as good as it is in terms of ride and handling and everything, which will come later, comfort is not its forte. 1.
Okay.
Copy paste.
Okay. You know what? I like the suspension on that car. I know it's a little firm,
Yeah,
but for me, comfort is also about space and practicality and all things considered.
fair enough.
I think for me, it's a number 1. I know there's a big variation.
Big surprise, no?
Yep.
We can see the bias showing slightly.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
this is
So
a
for the
big scoring
Lexus,
here.
for Lexus is what? For you, it's
For me,
second.
it's the.
For me, second.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys both
No, for me, it's the first.
second,
Oh, yeah, it's first for you.
No,
3,
3.
3, yeah.
and plus 1.
1, 6.
Okay, so still GLC is last,
X3 wins.
the average. Features?
Oh, wow. Okay, so no matter how much you look at it, BMW gives you a lot, but it still misses out on a lot. Mercedes, I think, has the best balance. Fine, I'll give it to you. It's
So BMW is second or BMW is third?
BMW is second.
Second for you. That means 2 for BMW. Aakash, for you?
I would give the BMW a 2 as well.
Okay. You know what? I think the Lexus has a lot more features than the BMW.
Yeah,
A
okay.
lot more usable features,
Go for
I'd
it, no?
say. So I'd give it to the,
Plus 1.
yes, plus 1. So GLC?
GLC, Karan, what do you think?
All right. I think it really has everything you need, like in terms of like comfort, in terms of safety, in terms of entertainment. Comes first. Fine. You get it. Have fun.
3 plus mine is already a 3.
So is
Aakash, full score of 9. NX, it's
Yeah, for me it's 1. Plus,
For me as well.
yeah.
for you as well. Okay, all right. For me, I think it is somewhere in the middle.
Okay, 4.
Fourth, the most important one, at least for us guys, driving pleasure.
Now this is definitely a hard one. BMWs were always the ones to buy when you wanted pure driving pleasure. That's their motto. But I think roles have switched around, haven't they, in recent times? Mercedes is the one which is hitting all those points in terms of communication, in terms of tautness. And the BMW is somewhere in between. Damn it! Fine. BMW 2.
BMW 2, okay. So let's say BMW is 2. Aakash?
2.
Wow. For me, I'd say it's again a 2. It sits in the middle. It's not the best here. Now, again, coming to the GLC, I'm guessing
Yeah.
like it's not surprising at all. The GLC is number one because it has the most powerful engine. It is the most potent motor here. Of course, it drinks a lot of fuel. But at that end of the spectrum, I don't think you'll care about the fuel efficiency. The other thing is the BMW also gets a petrol engine, but it is quite underwhelming. So even if we had the petrol version of the X3, well, it'd still be second in this comparison.
The only caveat here again is that these are not exactly the same.
And again, even if you
engines
had
being
the diesel engine
compared.
of the Mercedes, it'd still have an edge over the BMW. That's what I think. So for us, I think it's again
3 plus 3 plus 3.
Now we come to the Lexus, which I think we all agree on that. It is the most underwhelming drivetrain. Of course, it's the most advanced in that sense. It's a
most advanced,
hybrid.
it's the most fuel efficient, and has the best initial acceleration.
but
this is driving pleasure.
and it doesn't handle that well. The ride quality is also not
I
that
think the
great.
transmission is its biggest letdown.
Yeah,
biggest
I think
letdown.
especially in this company, in isolation, it's a great car.
Yeah.
But in this company,
company,
it just doesn't cut it.
Also, it could do with better tires, I feel.
Yeah, just to point out, the BMW gets Nexen tires, that gets Bridgestone, and this gets Continental tires. Again, this comes out on top in that aspect as well.
Okay, next up, X Factor.
So in this one, I kind of played Aakash a little bit. I made him happy saying that the Lexus is all that and there.
Bro.
Yeah. But for me, when you drive a BMW, it feels good. It feels like you have something underneath you. You feel like doing a happy dance. You see me doing a happy dance. I'm going to give the BMW 3 points.
3 points for...
That, by the way, was a delusion dance.
It seems like it's a wrong choice because the marker is not working.
Man.
Anyway, the marker
See,
update. It's
you
out
got to
of
go red
juice.
hot.
Yes.
You got to go red hot with this one.
So 3 for the X3 for you. What about you?
I would actually give it a 2 because in the middle.
See, that's delusion.
No.
Okay, to be very frank, I don't like how the BMW looks, but I have to give it to the BMW. It is so in your face that wherever you go, it definitely grabs a lot of attention. It has that X Factor plus that BMW badge also does the job. So I'll also give it a solid 3 because I think it has that X Factor. Okay, X Factor for the GLC.
Yeah.
What do you think?
All right, so it is a Mercedes. I'll give it that. Some people want that, but I just don't. It doesn't give me the fizz. You know, there's nothing like
It's
the
the
features
most
are there.
bland
It's
one out
fast.
of
Yeah,
here.
it's bland. I don't like it. 1.
1. What about you, Aakash?
Same, 1.
I think even for me, it's the same because it
Really?
looks a little humble.
Yeah. Finally admits it. Huh? All the
Yeah.
way.
He's been trying
2
to convince
days.
us that it's good.
Okay,
it's
so
different.
what about the NX? I think it's understood.
I think it sits right in the middle.
2 for you.
And
3 for me.
3 for you. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
plus
it's got a
2 for me.
hybrid, it's a
5.
Lexus which you don't see every day. I mean,
7.
come on.
Okay,
You don't see any Lexuses anymore.
cool guys. Everything is done.
Yeah.
Now it's time.
For some maths.
Yeah. So we have to do the total.
Yeah, sure.
And of course, let's start with the BMW. 6, 7, 13, 18, 24, 32.
Out of a possible 45.
32 out of possible 45. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the GLC? Wow.
Yeah.
9,
14.
14, 23, 26,
35.
35.
So
Not
this is
that
why we
bad.
became journalists.
Yeah, because not great at maths.
9, 13, 16, 23. Damn.
Damn, that's
23?
lower than what I was hoping it would get.
I think it should be eliminated.
Yeah, I think it's, this segment, even though Lexus is a great car, like
Yeah.
we said in the beginning, in isolation, but it's really difficult to compete with the Germans, especially
Yeah,
given
in this
the aspirational value that
Yeah.
these brands come with. So here we are, the final verdict is that the GLC is the winner. So like always, I was right again. My colleagues were there, they were bickering all the time. But of
Barely
course,
right, isn't it?
Yeah, it was very
but
close.
ultimately, I knew the GLC was going to be the winner. But it was great fun testing all these cars with these guys. Of course, a lot of insights that we share. And ultimately, I think we learned a lot about these cars as well, even though we knew the GLC was going to be the winner. At least I knew the GLC was going to be the winner. But
You
anyway,
hoped it would.
Yeah.
anyway, you let us know if you like this format of video, this format of road testing.
And guys, what you liked, how can we make it better, which one of these you like, do share in the comments. We'll be there reading everything.
And while you're at it, might as well hit that like button and subscribe to our channel if you have not done that already. We all will see you again in the next video.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for watching. Let's go.